That was good, guys. We are back with another episode today. We are about 5 minutes away from 3 o'clock open. So done my prayer, my alarm, done my meditation. Verse of the day. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. And I like this one too. Let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. Helpful to think about, to not be there going, oh, price is going to do this. I know where it's going, and then if it does pan out, not being like, oh, look at me, look how good I am. That's nice, good perspective to have. I'm just going to get into my meditation and then we'll see. NQ has had a massive drop today. We've obviously gapped down significantly. Still got new day opening gap sitting right here, I think. Actually, no. This is going to be our opening gap right here. I don't think it looks like we're going to get back up there. I think we're just going to keep on spilling lower. We have this 4-hour BC level. And then we have this daily BC sitting right here as well. So I'll stick to the 4-hour. It's going to give us a good perspective. Still got 3 hours, obviously, for this candle. But more than likely, I think we've got to run down, potentially maybe even come and fill out this gap here. Looking for shorts is probably going to be the main play today. Meditation is all done. We've got this 10-minute candle, which has closed quite bearish. So we'd look to see if we can get something like this. 1.5 risk to reward, which isn't too bad at all, is probably going to be what we're looking for. Still ahead of the daily SIBI. If we can get this, would be pretty decent here. So I'm just going to see. Take profit trade is a little bit different because it's 5 days to hit the target. I don't need to go for the crazy 1.5 per session. I think that's just what I would try to realize. Just take a slow and steady, aim for about $600 a day. And then in 5 days, we're at the 3K mark. So we'll just see if we can push up here to try to take a short. And so we saw on here, this is the 2 micros, 267. So we're only really going to be able to use one micro in here, but that's okay. Smaller profit target. Just wait and see if we get filled. All right, so there's potential long play here. I'm not going to take it just because we're going so against the grain. And after this much momentum to the downside, it's definitely not a wise idea to try and fade all that. We're seeing pretty big volume for the 30-second. And this one, if we switch this back to a 5, it's starting to pick up here with big wicks as well, which usually indicates that we might be going back to fill an area before pushing back lower. But the way it's going, it does look like it's just going to continue spilling down here. I don't want to chase price. I still want to stick to our idea, see if we can be patient and see if we get an entry. If this just floors, it is what it is. There would have been TP if we would have got filled, but dude has been patient on this one. As I said, we might have to sit this one out, especially if we're getting closer to the daily BC here. But we'll just be patient and see if we can get an opportunity here. It looks like we're starting to get some bullish momentum here. Hopefully we can come back to where we were to get filled. Check these slightly higher time frames. Ideally, I would like this liquidity taken. Whether we get all the way up there or not might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll just wait and see. So pretty much what I'm going to be looking for is a reversal candle that's bullish, like we saw in these bearish ones here, especially with some volume with it as well, just to show a lot of people exiting their long positions. We had stops just below here. Could have ran for a tiny little long play, but against this order flow, probably not the smartest decision. This 15-minute candle, though, is looking like it's going to close kind of like a doji or a reversal as well. So just keep our eyes on that. But I think overall, we should be okay. Expecting lower pricing. We do have this gap on a 30, which we might go up for. And yeah, watching how this 15 minutes closing, ideally we just look to take this high, take the liquidity, and then continue moving to the downside, but we will just wait and see. Starting to see some volume to the downside here now, so I think our new play is going to be to see if we can come back into here on the 30. We might not be able to get it though, and then adjust stops to this high. I don't like that we have this 15-minute SIBI still resting above us here. Zoom out to a 15-minute. Still haven't tapped that area. So I'm just mindful of that and supporting this buy side area as well. So we'll see if we can come up to here, respect this, and then look for a short play if we respect. A lot of volume coming in on this last candle after wicking out all of this liquidity. So we'll just see if we respect this. If not, the original idea of selling up here might still be the play. Let's just see how we go. Just trying to see where VWAP is still all the way up here. So this 1 minute doesn't look too great for the bearish pricing. Here we go. So approaching this level here now. Let's just see if we respect this SIBI or whether we want to break through. It does look like we're struggling to get to that spot, which is a good sign for shorts. Do one more candle here. See how this last 30 seconds wants to pan out. It's already moving, so we're going to get in here. Looks like we're dropping. So we're going to put just at this high here. Gonna add another one in here. 2 micros. If we get above this high, you probably look to close out. The 300 is, it's going to be pretty much at the daily busy down here. Looks like we are pushing back to 30. See, we might need to get out of this one. Let's just wait and see how this. Oh, switch back to a minute chart. Higher time frames here as well. We're at a 5-minute CB right now, which is pretty much our entry. We give it another minute or so, unless we start closing above, then we're just going to have to take ourselves out. So that's it, hit right to the point right there. Okay, we're going to take ourselves out there. It's not liking the reaction. Looks like this 5 minute, it's probably going to invert as well. So we should just wait to see when sellers want to step in. Sucks to start in the red, but that's all right. It might actually be going up for this area here now. Let's just see how this last few seconds goes. Let's check on a 15 as well. Yeah, we actually went to. Does look like we can jump back in here. Just trying to be a little bit cautious since our risk is quite low now already. So still respecting here on a 30-second chart. Looks like we're about to flip bullish again. Yeah, so just stay on the sidelines for now. See where this wants to end. Might be pushing up into here maybe. Check a 3-minute chart. If we close back under this CIVI again, we're just going to re-enter our position. Looks like we're struggling to get above this wick now too, which is a good sign. Yeah, this 1 minute wants to close. It's still quite bullish, so we're just going to have to sit on our hands once again. Just wait. Decent reaction. Might be aiming for VWAP here on a 15 before we start moving. So let's just wait and see. Tried some moves. Marco is just going both ways. We'd push up and then push down. So I think just waiting to our initial ideas. So what I'm going to do, I've adjusted the max loss limit. I probably shouldn't have done this, but just because it's so clear that we are bearish, and this more than likely is just a refill to actually look for a decent price in, I still think that we are valid here to do. So we have this 15-minute CB taking out this liquidity, and then I'm just going to put my stops really tight. We do have this hourly CB in here as well, so be looking to see maybe if we can do this, adjust stops a little bit higher from the hourly. Yeah, so there's some gaps in here as well, so just got to be mindful. It is looking quite bullish now for sure. So potentially looking for a long play here. We've seen a liquidity swept here. We haven't taken any liquidity right now. We've had a market structure shift above these highs. Looks like we're just coming back to fill this 3-minute little gap in here. Entry would most likely be about here. Hopefully leaving this as a breakaway gap. So just going to wait and see. If we spool down with a lot of momentum, then the idea's off the table. But that's a decent reaction right there. Taking out that liquidity. Just see where this closes in the last few seconds. Nice reaction off there. Might look to jump in. Yeah, I'll just wait and see. We might come down for this one as well. Still pretty bearish close. Ideally, if we come down and then close back up above here in this 3-minute, that will definitely green light us to add a bit more risk on the trade here. But let's just wait and see. Looks like we're spooling past. Let's see the reaction here. Just taking out that low. Looking for a nice rejection wick now that we're in this zone here. The last 10 seconds, if we can buy all this back up, you look for a long. All right, still pushing down. Good reaction right there though. Yeah, I think we jumped in long here. Stops are going to be just under here. Looking to take off just about here. All right, we're going to go break even. Or just under this low here. I just could break even now actually. It's not looking too great. Decent push. Drop down isn't what we want to see. Break even might have been just a little bit early. The 3 minute did close quite nicely for us here as well, but we are still going against the order flow, which is always risky. Nice reaction of that. And add another way in here. Back to our minute. I don't know where my order is going on this chart, but it's right. We'll just monitor it on here. All right, so we've got a 5 lot position in here for this long now. Add it on to the size based on this 3 minute, coming down, tapping again, closing, nice 30-second push as well. Targeting just above these highs that are resting right here. So it'll bring us back decently, and then we can potentially look to see if we can get that short idea we had before. So just going to wait and see. Still pockets in here, which would be going for. All right, nice reaction right there too. But still holding for now, which is good to see. All right, if we close bullish here, we're going to add the last 2 on. And I think that will bring us back to our target for today. Just a little bit under. Decent push. Hopefully in this last minute, if we can invert this, is what we want to see. I'm just taking that 3 minute liquidity. Looking for just a total soup here. If we don't get that. Decent reaction now. Looking for some bulls to step in for sure. This isn't looking too great from us. See. All right, so this 1 minute. We are back in short here. Got some pretty heavy size on. This will pretty much take us out on this funded account. Bit of pressure, high pressure on this one. Just waiting for this 3 minute closure. If we can close pretty bearish, hopefully we can continue to these lows. Profit target is going to be above the, could be needing that 840. But yeah, this will be the target. Looking to move stops to break even pretty soon. I still think we could probably come up tab VWAP long time, but yeah, pretty risky trading today, that's for sure. 3 minutes closed pretty bearish, which is good to see. I just don't like all these wicks taking out these lows, but we are continuing to have selling pressure, just sticking with the trend, which is what I should have done. I was saying that I shouldn't have gone against the trend, no matter how good it looks. Just wait till it gets into a position to sell and then jump in with the momentum. This 3 minute CB is right here. I don't want to move stops break even just yet. If we can look to take some of these lows, then we'll look to go back to break even here. Starting to see some spooling, which is good to see. Don't like that reaction right there. Go break even just here. But hopefully we can continue just pushing lower and lower. Look to take out these lows. At these lows, I might move stops. Just be a bit aggressive with the stop loss placement here. At least lock in some profit. Reduce that loss limit that we've had for the day. But hopefully we can just continue spooling to the downside here. Continue with the momentum. Good closure on the 3 minute here. Full body right at this low. So hopefully this is the last little spooling that we'll need. Just got to practice patience now. I think that's probably going to be the play here. Ideally, we can just keep moving down here. Just try not to be too greedy, especially with our situation right now. Good reactions. Taking out the lows too, which is good to see. Still pushing lower. Alright. Still spooling. Yeah, stops to this high now. Alright, that's not looking too great. Temptation to just close out and then look to get back in is very high right now. Still respecting price to the downside though. See if we can keep making new lows here. Definitely do have some gaps that we might try come back. So it's okay if we get stopped out here. Yeah, buyers still look like they want to push this. I'm going to take myself out here based on this reaction and then look to see if we can get back in. At least that loss limit's cut right down to 83. Let's see. Probably look to take this high. Yeah, looking for this 3 minute entry. See if we can come back into here. So this will probably be our new play. All right. Just going to check a 1 minute. Let's look where 50% is on this move. So up in here. Ideally, this should be our entry right there. And that's pretty much where our fib is here. Just try to see there's 15 seconds to be right in here too. Just be patient. Once again, we are at this 1 minute CB though, but it is below 50%. So I'd rather we just look to push up just a little bit higher. Buyers hopefully step in here. Yep. Didn't reach up to 50%. Still looks like we are on this descent to the downside. Looking to see if we can jump back in. If not here, potentially here. Still don't like that all those highs haven't been taken though. So probably wait for the liquidity to be taken and then look to continue. So far, it's not looking like this bullish momentum wants to continue. Just closed pretty bearish on a 3 as well. Probably would have hit TP on that initial trade, but that's fine. Just weren't in a position to gamble this coming all the way back on us. Looks like we're going to hit this daily Bissy here. Ideally, if we can push back up, get a better entry. So waiting for. We missed this spill to the downside, so definitely would have hit our TP if we stayed in the trade, but it's all right. Not worried about that. Okay, so now that we're at this daily CB level, I do think this is where a lot of sellers are going to exit out of their positions, as we've started to see here. Still don't really want to be fighting the order flow for now, but I think a quick long up into this region makes sense. So I'm going to quickly see if we can get a long play just targeting up into here. Either could potentially go a little bit higher up into here, but we'll just watch the reaction if we can get up into here. Probably just look to move stops to break even if we do get there. All right, nice push up. Still fighting against the order flow here. Definitely starting to see some bulls stepping in, which is good to see. All right, here's the 3-minute Civi resting in here. I like the reaction here, especially on a 3 with all the volume that's been taken out there. If this wants to go higher, we'll just let it go higher. Nice reaction away again. Move this just slightly up. Very tight stop loss in here. Still haven't hit this 3-minute level. Okay, looks like we're struggling to get up from here. Should have done that previously, unless the trade's obviously going thanks to that. So taking a little bit off once again, which is good. See the reaction here. Again, it's probably not a good idea to be going against the order flow, but just now that we're at key levels, seeing obviously liquidity to back it up as well. Looks like, yeah, still just going to keep melting. This 4-hour Bissy is probably going to be my target, and we might even spill lower than that. See if we can jump in here. If we get a move to the upside here, we're to jump in short. Looks like we're blasting straight past that. The minute is definitely going to be a time frame to look at here. Again, just take our FID, see if we can get up to 50%. Struggling to even go above 25 at the moment, which is unreal. Okay, we're just jumping in here. Doesn't look like we are wanting any bullish momentum. If I'm wrong, it is what it is. You take the loss, move on. All right. And as soon as I get in, of course, it starts pushing up against us. That's about 370. So the bottom of this hourly FBG. So I'll be looking to get out. Potentially, I might look to see if we can add on into this position. Yeah, just constantly making new lows. All right, let's push away. See if we can add on in here, actually. I don't think we're afforded the opportunity. That's all right. Just going to adjust the risk here as well. Look to go to break even pretty soon here. See if we can get past this low. All right, let's. We'll just go break even here. Ideally, now we just spool continuous to the downside. Looks like we're coming to fill back some of these inefficiencies. Stop that just here. That's all right. See where 50% is now. To see if we take out liquidity here. Looks like we're going to take all these equal highs out. And we got 50% sitting right here. Just checking on the minute. We might just get up into here. So this is probably going to be the play for us. Looking for a short. We want to see might not even get there. Ideally, these highs get taken though. Definitely want to see that first. Decent push to the upside now. Approaching 50. See what happens after we take this high. If we can take that high. Okay, so we didn't get quite there. We had a nice spill to the downside again. Let's just wait and see. We are still respecting this. We're just taking out liquidity in here. I think this is just the play to continue going lower. Let's just have a look. Ideally wanting this liquidity taken, which we did actually take these highs in here. But just watching this 50% level, looks like we're struggling to get above here. We're very tempted to, yeah, we're going to get in short here. 370s down here. All right. Still respecting this 15-minute Civi for now. If we close above, I'll take myself out. Hopefully we can just continue spilling. Switching the reaction here. Okay, looks like we're pushing down. Disrespected this, which is good. Definitely reduce this risk. Decent closure on the 1 minute. Nice pull away. Can look at going break even now, I'd say. Would take a break even here. Slowly reducing this loss. Hopefully we can just fall to the downside now. This 1 minute's looking nice. Looks like we're respecting the last 15 seconds. Ideally, we're looking for a bearish closure down here. Looks like we might pump up. All right. Take it at this high now. All right, decent push. All right, good 15-second closures here. Take it at this high. Nice push down. Don't want to see this eating straight away. That's good. What a bearish day. This is incredible. All right, see if we can get this last four to hit our TP. There's definitely a lot longer of a session than I needed. Again, with me going against order flow, taking that massive loss, that was quite scary. But good to be back up for the time being now. Seeing if we can just continue lower from here. It's looking good so far. All right, so we are pushing back on a 1. We did respect this 1-minute CB in here. And it looks like we are continuing this downward move. So I'm just going to move stops to here. We'll be break even for the day. But hopefully we can just fall down to TP from here, just so that we account for commissions and all that. But I think we should be okay here. This hourly FEG though, we are approaching the bottom of it, so we're just going to be mindful of that too. Adjust our risks slowly as we're going down. This wants to reverse on us, at least we'll be up about $30 on the day. Coming back from 540 is a good result, and even ending it at 30, to be honest, per account. I think that will probably do us as well. Hopefully we can just fall now, hit our TP, and be done for today. Bit of a roller coaster of a day for sure. All right, last little spill. See if we can get there. Last little push. It's always like this, hey, just before it hits TP. Last little push. Booyah. Another winning day. Oh, that was a stressful session. I definitely would not recommend doing what I did. As soon as I did it, I was like, man, why did I adjust the risk again? So that was one of my rules that I said for this week. I wasn't going to touch it. I really don't want to repeat. That should never, ever happen again. But blessed. Thank God for another winning day. 1 to go and then payout time. Peace.